What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. And for today's matchup, I'm bringing you an Adventures Pranks versus an Eldlich gameplay with me as the prankster going first. Now, with Prank Kids, there are a couple of different routes you guys can take to go into your full combo. You have the one card combo. One card combo can go through one copy of Doodle Doo and into Rocket Ride, or you guys can go through two copies of Doodle Doo. That is your call. There are pros and cons to both those plays. If you guys want to know those, you guys can ask me in the comment section and I'll answer that question. Also, you have the two card full combo, which ends up on the Roaster on the field, which is your Harpy's Feather Duster, plus Butler on your opponent's turn. In my hand, I had the cards to go into a two card full combo, but usually I never go into two card full combo because first of all, it takes up way too many resources from your hand. Second, extremely vulnerable to hand traps. If your opponent effect failures your Rocket Ride, your combo is pretty much dead. You will only end up with a Roaster on the field or even a Ghost Bell, you're dead. Ghost Ogre, you're dead. So I do not like going through a two card full combo. I generally prefer to stick to one card full combo. Now, I'm thinking, I have a nib in my hand. I have Skill Drain on the field. I will have access to Butler on my opponent's turn as well. I'm pretty much set. Now with this, my Bow Bark does go through. So, look at how I played. I have all the cards I need for the Butler combo in my hand. Meaning, if my opponent pushes past 5 specials, I could first nib him, that is the first Raigeki. If it goes through, we wipe out their field completely. Afterwards, if they have combo extension, we could use Pandemonium, and nib would have already taken away this card. We do not care about it. We have all the cards we need for the Butler combo in our hand. So Pandemonium goes into Butler. We get 2 more separate Raigekis afterwards. So you Raigeki first with your Butler using Meowmoo. Afterwards, you could activate Skill Drain, and then Butler again if your opponent has even more combo extension, which usually people cannot play past 3 Raigekis and a Skill Drain. So I was hoping I was pretty much set this game. The only problem I had was a Backrow set deck. So let's see what my opponent does. And there it is, the Elixir into the Golden Lord on the field. So now I know I'm facing against the Backrow set deck, which sucks. And over here also, the Pandemonium play. You guys have to be extremely careful about your Pandemonium play. Against Backrow set decks, I would prefer you guys not go into Butler. I would prefer you guys go into Weather Washer. And I'll explain to you why. So I use Weather Washer, and mind you, the 2 cards I use are my Fansies plus my Lamsies, so that way I still get 2 Aqua monsters on the field, which are our Dropsies, to go into Totally Awesome on our next turn, because my opponent basically has no way he could get rid of the 2 water monsters. Now, the reason for going into Weather Washer, if you guys think about it, if you go into Butler and they activate Gozen Match on your next turn or Rivalry, you will only be left with your Fansies plus Butler on the field. And Butler is pretty useless against Backrow set decks because first of all, they don't have monsters, and against Eldlich, even if you do kill it, they could just activate it from the graveyard on their turn, put it on the field as a 3500 attack monster. And if they have a Gozen Match in their back row already set, your Butler is pretty much dead afterwards. No point in doing all of that. Now, Weather Washer is a water monster, and you are going to be specialing out 2 Aqua monsters from your Graveyard Prank Kids activation. So that Gozen Match does not affect those cards if you select water. The Weather Washer's activation of putting the Bow Wow plus the Doodle Doo on the field is another bonus because you can easily combo on your next turn. If they cannot stop your combo, it's basically an OTK afterwards. So that's the reason why I go into Weather Washer. Also, your Roaster is a water monster as well, so keep that in mind. You guys can put Roaster on the field alongside your Dropsies plus your Weather Washer. And if on your battle phase you attack with Weather Washer and other Prank Kids cards, your opponent cannot activate their back row. So they cannot activate their Sanguine during battle phase as long as you attack with Prank Kids monsters and you have Weather Washer on your field. It's a really good card against Backrow set decks. So we do all that. I get my graveyard activations, activate Weather Washer, banish my Meowmoo, And with this, I'm going to be pulling out my Backrow bark plus my Duel as I said before. This was all in preparation for my next turn to try to OTK my opponent. Also, this plays pretty good around Gozen match or rivalry as well. So we get our two level 2 Aqua monsters or Dropsies. My opponent ends his turn. My turn, draw phase, instantly Gozen match. I have to select water, obviously, and Gozen match is a card that completely kills off prank hits. You cannot push past this card. If they have an Eldlich on the field, you're pretty much done. Your game is over. So, I could have selected fire because the token you get using your pranks is a fire, and I could have bounced the Gozen match. That is another play I could have made, but I would rather have the water monsters on the field because I did have a Dropsies in my hand. So, normal out the Dropsies, and we instantly go into Roaster. So Roaster is our Harpy's Feather Duster. As long as my opponent does not have a Solemn Judgment or a Solemn Strike, we win. There is no comeback from my opponent after this. So I put the Roaster on the field. I was gonna use Raigeki, kill off the Golden Lord, hit him in the face for 3k, and then wipe his field on his turn, or maybe on my turn. I was thinking about that, but as soon as my opponent sees this, watch what he does. He sees the Raigeki and he instantly scoops out. So, hope you guys understand the explanation and why I prefer going into Weather Washer over Butler on Backrow set decks. If you guys do like this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel for more daily prank video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule is going to be in the video description itself for you guys to check out. This is JPBduel signing out for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!